Welcome back, everyone, to another Battle for Humanity build-along. Today we're going over Hans? Either one, from the Garrison. He is a 6 hand size 32 health character with fire and order as his symbols. He has 2 static abilities, the first of which is after a block is played, add a wall counter to this character. So that's pretty cool. Anytime you or your rival block, you're gaining a resource. Another static says your attacks get +1 damage for each 2 wall counters on this character, max of 7. So if you have 14 wall counters on this character, all of your attacks are getting 7 damage for free automatically. That's huge. And then he has an enhance, commit, return this attack to its printed speed. So that's really good, solid defense there for a character who wants to be blocking a lot. Forgive the weird lighting. This is my first time recording in the morning. I'm recording a bunch of these before I go on vacation, and the windows of our office face east. So lighting's going to be weird for the next couple of these, but bear with me. So he wants attacks to be blocked. Mainly we want to be blocking our rivals' attacks. We wouldn't want our attacks to be blocked. He wants wall counters, and he wants to play good defense. So I'm thinking we want to play, obviously, Order and Fire Attuned. I think we want to play an Order deck, because Fire would be good for, like, boosting speed and being aggressive. If we're playing more defensive, I think Order has better cards for that. So let's see what our attacks are going to look like. Alright, activate Coordinate, backups lose 2 stamina, no. Attack Titan's Outrage, we don't want to cycle. The draw discard's not bad, though. This attack can only be blocked by cards with a block modifier of 3 or greater. This is good to throw at the end of a string after you've gained a bunch of wall counters, because this attack just gets so much damage for free. If you have your 14 wall counters, this is a 3 mid 11 before anything else happens to it, and your rival can only block with a printed +3 or greater. That's really strong. Steam Barrier, no. Dig Deep, no. Pursuit, Extermination Shot, draw 2, discard 2 if the discarded cards share a type. Get 2 damage. We're not going to worry about that. Combo with Seething Anger, we're not going to be doing that combo thing. Drawing cards isn't bad. What else we got here? Stunning. After this card is discarded, your rival commits a foundation. Rallied Assault could be good. I know I've said that a lot, but considering we want blocks to be played, this could take advantage of our rival being defensive. You know what? Let's throw it in there and hopefully it'll stick around this time. It might be just like a build-around card, I'm not sure, but here's hoping. Next attack it's 3 damage, Fury, just a big hulking attack. If we've cycled, next attack is 3 speed. That could be useful, but we'll see. Violent Betrayal, Wish Hard. If our rival 6 or more ready foundations, get stunned 2. Not worried about that. Backed into a corner. If our rival has more foundations than us, freeze X foundations. X equals the difference. We're not really playing a sacrifice game, so I don't really know how much that's going to work. Clear the perimeter is just good. Sideboard. If we have 6 or more wall counters, this attack gets +2 to its powerful, and we may remove 1 wall counter to pay for this attack's powerful. Could be useful, but we don't want to spend the wall counters on our character, though. That's the problem. Let's see what else we can do. Freezing foundations, revealing hands, attack gets damage for weapons, freezing. Commit all foundations with a difficulty of 2. Now, this is both ours and theirs. I don't know if we want to do that, but committing a bunch of our rivals' foundations and then putting a bunch of damage on this could be fun. Panicked Admonition is good, because we can get speed and damage. We will have 4 wall counters in our stage. After we block, we ready foundation, our rival commits 1. If a rival foundation, it gets damage. Must attack a backup. This is the only attack in our card pool. Stats. We like wall counters. Weapons within. Make a check of 6. If we pass, it gets 3 damage. I think we're gonna be okay there. Now, do we want any of the shifty attacks? After we block with this card, we may build it transformed. Stamina gets -2 damage. Ruin 1. We can play this. Commit, loses stamina, gets 2 damage. Giving this throw, this 10 damage throw, plus 7 damage, and snapping 2 momentum, is seriously powerful. I don't know if we'll have the foundation base to worry about that, though. Flips after this attack deals damage. Draw a card, ready a backup. Choose a punch or kick attack in our discard pile. What attack types do we have right now? Charge, fury, fury weapon, charge, ranged weapon, charge, ranged. No punches and kicks. Gaining health, giving something to speed. Rebel spending momentum, they have to attack this. We want to be blocking things, though. Which means we also don't mind if our rival blocks. Excuse me. We got here mid, high, 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 low. So anything with these combo mids probably wouldn't be useful. Also, do we have momentum outs yet? Charge fury, weapon charge. No, we have no. We have rallied assault. But other than that, no real momentum outs. EX is fun. Powerful 3. Stun 2. Worries about different keywords, though. We don't need to worry about that. If this attack is blocked, our rival flips a foundation. If it's not blocked, we commit a rival foundation. If it deals damage, draw a card. This is something that our rival would absolutely want to block. So that could be something useful, forcing our rival to block, or else we get extra bonuses. That could be a good way to either force them to block, because then we get our wall counters, or we get extra bonuses. Lightning Rod, no, not here. This attack resolves, draw a card if it dealt damage, and if our rival has 8 or more foundations, draw a card. No. After your blocked attack resolves, our charges get 1 damage for the turn. Okay, that's charge fury, weapon fury, charge, ranged weapon, charge. Maybe audio reverberation. Because then if our attacks are blocked, we just buff through people. Gigantification swing is good. Gigantification swing is really good. Let's put that in there for now. Because that also gives us a momentum out and is good for on block. What else we got here? Anything good blocking things? Scroll through here. Final Smash could be cool. Oh, you know what? We don't have our filter on. Future Standard. Page 4. There we go. Extendo Hair could be fun. Just auto give this 7 damage and just buff its EX rating to high holy heck. Searing Glacial could be cool as a sideboard for all of these transforming decks. Let's see what we've got here right now. We've got 8 attacks. Gigantification Swing is solid. Audio Reverberation is solid, because our charge attacks get +1 damage for the rest of the turn as long as our attacks are blocked. So, that's good. We want Wall Maria. We want artillery, excuse me. Panicked admonishment. Besieged. Let's do 2 rallied assaults, just for funsies. What does that put us at? 22? If we take out the flying dragon tackle, it gives us 21. And the only non-charges are wall artillery and rallied. So 5 attacks out of our 21. So it means 16 charge attacks. It's pretty good. And the ones that aren't are ranged weapon and a fury weapon. So really, wall artillery is the only thing that doesn't get the check boost for gigantification swing. That's not bad. So yeah, let's see what this is like here. Let's move on to our assets. We are the Garrison. Sacrifice, add 2 wall counters to a card to our stage. Yes, please. And first enhanced commit, gain stun. That's pretty fun. Vertical maneuvering equipment. We want this because we want to be able to block things. It unbox. We want to be able to block things. Yeah. So I'll do that for assets. Gives us what, 4? Cool. Action cards. Seething Anger, we're not worried about. Raise Walls, we like wall counters. We are walls. What else could help block? Showdown's a good block. Yeah, let's do 2 Showdown. Should be fun. On to Foundations. Let's see, capture the target. If we have 3 or more attacks in our card pool, ready this Foundation. Could be okay. Attack is 1 damage. Attack is 2 damage. After we discard this card, draw a card. We're not really focused on discarding. Yeah, I don't think any of our cards discard. After we discard this card, this attack is -2 speed and loses throw. We like throw hate. -3 damage, -2 speed. If it's a weapon, -3 speed instead. Maybe. Our printed 5 difficulty or greater attacks get 1 damage. That's 4 out of our 7 cards. Discards for blocks. If our rival gains health, they lose 2 health. We're not worried about cycling. Gets 2 speed. Alright. I don't know if we're going to deal any of these fire foundations. So on to the order ones. If we're dealt damage by an unblocked attack, commit a rival foundation. Commit for -2 speed. We do like committing for - speed. Spend momentum to freeze. After this card enters our discard pile. If we have more than 5 wall counters on our character, look at our opponent's hand is really handy. Handy. We like Fortify Walls, and we like Faith in the Walls. Lucky Break. Commit for stun 1 and 1 damage. That could be handy. Damage can't be modified. Flip for -2 damage. Return this attack to its printed speed. I think we're gonna have a lot of speed hate in this deck already, because our character commits for -3 speed on its own, which is pretty good. Excuse me. Powerful abilities, mid attacks. Card types, keywords. If we have 2 or more charged attacks in our card pool, our attacks get +1 damage. I don't think we have to worry about that too much. Honestly, we might not have to worry too much about damage boosting, because our character himself will be netting us damage over time. Like I said, if we can get up to that 14, we get a max of 7. And with cards like Fortify Walls, which can move all wall counters from this card to our character, that's incredibly powerful. And we'll get there pretty quick. Fighting for control is good. We want to be kind of a control-y, grind-out deck. After we block a throw, it deals no damage. That's more for sideboard. Let's see. We're not committing our rival's cards. I like Childlike Appearance, because speed hate plus we get to selectively commit something. Botan's Coaching is fun. Elasticity. After attack is blocked. Check to block this attack, it's +2. So that's also sort of like speed hate, and it's breaker hate. Strength and Beauty, we're not using a lot of mid attacks. What is this symbol? Lust for Battle. Foresight. After we play it, we can look at the top card of our deck. Let's see what we're looking at low block wise before we throw that in. That's only good if we're playing Fire and Order cards. Sense of Justice is good for speed or damage hate, depending on what we need. Ice Gliding is good. We don't really have a lot of... I don't think we have any lock breakers. I like Travel by Tape because we can change the zone of our rival's attack so that we can block it easier. So what does that look like for us? 30? What's our stats like? We need more low blocks. That puts us at an even 60, so if we need low blocks, let's toss in... let's just search by low blocks, shall we? Block zone low. 44, capture the target. Spring into action. Crisis of Confidence, Irwin. -2 damage. If this card is committed during the attack step, it gets +1, -1. Let's go with Foresight, because it's a good build card. Top copy of your discard pile is a copy of this attack draw card. That's kind of rough. Idle Work is fun, because we can draw and discard on defense. And if we know we're going to block our rival's attack, we can do that. And it's a lock breaker to keep us out of deadlock. So that's handy. Which I suppose... We don't have a lot of other things to get us out of deadlock, do we? Destroy 1 foundation, sacrifice 1 foundation, come on, something. Yeah, Order doesn't have a lot of lock breakers. So you gotta be careful with that. Yeah, so let's do 66. That's not bad. 66 is not a bad start. So that is going to be the Day 0 first impressions for Hannes. Garrison wall guy. I really like this wall counters thing, these characters that want all these wall counters and the different ways to use them. I think if he can grind out and play the long game, he's going to throw absolute bombs that are just going to force your rival really hard on the back foot. And then when you end strings with cards like Besiege or Rallied Assault or hell, even like Weapons Artillery or Panicked Admonishment, like if you have 14 counters, this is a 4 high 12 on a 3 diff. You throw this as your 4th or 5th attack and your rival can't do anything, can't block, you're just gonna smack real hard. And I think that's going to be it for Hans. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't. And if you want to support the channel even further, there's a link to my Patreon in the description. It's just a little bit, but it helps me a lot. So with that said, guys, take care.